As we know that technology is a double-edged sword. So why it is sword? Because one side it can be beneficial for many reasons. For example, it can make our work quite easy and also helpful in many other aspects. On the other hand, if it is not been regulated and used inappropriately and at the same time with the unethical mindset, then it can create a chaos and also the instability. So therefore technology has been referred as a double sword. So nowadays we are living in a 21st century where it is defined as a century of technology. In that we are having artificial intelligence technology. It is one of the most advanced technology till date today we are having, and day by day we are actually witnessing advancement in the artificial intelligence. For example, we have artificial intelligence technology in the crypto coin system. At the same time we can also see chat GPT. So there has been a constant and a very rapid advancement in these emerging technology, and artificial intelligence technology is a very important technology and it has a number of advantages and also the merit and demerits. But there has been also concern is with respect to the privacy, and if it is not been regulated then many a time it actually infringes with the person's privacy and other rights. So let's understand how artificial intelligence is concerned and what are the steps that have been taken across the world. So recently European Union has come up with landmark AI legislation. So this is a very good when it comes to regulation of the emerging and high advanced technology like artificial intelligence. So this European Union, we understand, has become the world first has come up with the world first comprehensive legislation aimed to regulating the use of artificial intelligence. So what is this artificial intelligence? It is the use of technology to mimic the human brain. For example, the way our brain works, the technology are been trained and developed in such a way that it seems like man is walking in the form of artificial intelligence. So this has been one of the very close meaning of the artificial intelligence technology. As we know that they have very stringent data privacy laws, and at the same time we can see Europe is also center of technology, science and technology research and development, and nowadays they are very sensitive about their rights and also the privacy. So therefore European Union has become the first organization in the world that has come up with a very comprehensive legislation to regulate the artificial intelligence technology. So let's have a glance on it. The key component of the European Union framework for AI regulation include safeguards and legislation. What are the safeguards that are mentioned in the legislation? The first, empowerment of the consumers. So we understand nowadays lots of big companies are actually using artificial intelligence in the productivity, manufacturing and also in selling. Nowadays we are surrounded with the social media sites like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So many a time there are a number of advertisement companies that actually come up over screen. So these all are designed and actually forced by the artificial intelligence technology that try to manipulate the human mind and force them to buy their products. So empowerment of the consumer, ability of individuals to launch complaint against perceived AI violation is also one of the very important focus area under the EU framework for regulating AI technology. Restriction on the law enforcement adoption, set the clear boundary to usage by law enforcement agency. So there will be the clear boundary for law enforcement agency for using AI. Next, strict limitation on AI. So what is that limitation and why do we the limitation? Strong restriction on facial recognition technology and AI manipulation of the human behavior. We understand the facial recognition technology has become very popular. In India also it has been, we have a system of Digi Yatra. So it has made travel quite comfort and air travel in India. But there has been concern about the privacy of the passengers. So that has been one of the concern area. So next it also talks about penalty for the violations, provision for tough penalty for the companies found breaking the rules. So this is also one of the area. Next, limited biometric surveillance. Government cannot use unlimited biometric surveillance. For example, in India we have Aadhaar biometric system. So there has also been some of the issue related to the privacy of the person. And by using technology, there cannot be an unlimited use of biometric surveillance, rather it will be used in a limited way by the government. So this is also another provision by which the government has to take care and ensure that there cannot be unlimited use of biometric surveillance or biometric information related to the citizens in European Union countries. It also come up with the categorization of application. For example, 4 risk classes. It has classified risk into 4 classes. AI applications classified into 4 risk category based on their level of risk and invasiveness. So what is that? Next we have banned application, mass scale facial recognition and behavioral control AI application are largely banned with exemption of law enforcement agency. So mass scale facial recognition technology, any such technology that are based on the AI will be banned but can only be used by the enforcement agency, that too with a limited use of AI technology. The high risk application technology include, it is allowed with the certification and provision for backend technique transparency such as AI tool for self-driving car. So we have a concept of self-driving car, especially the Elon Musk Tesla, but there has been concern about how it will identify obviously the person who is walking on the road in that area. That is also one of the concern. Next, medium risk application, so deployable without restriction like generative AI, like chatbots with explicit disclosure to users about interaction, transparency, obligation, detail documentation. So generative AI technology like ChatGPT can be used with some sort of regulation, but high risk technology like self-driving car will need to comply with the high level of restriction and regulation. Other EU regulation achievements, so we understand general data protection regulation. It is very stringent and very effective tool to safeguard individual privacy and their rights, and very effective when it's come to addressing the privacy related issue of European citizen in Europe. So it was implemented in 2018, focusing on the privacy and explicit consent for the data processing. So beside this, we have other sub legislation, DSA and the DMA. What is that? DSA, Digital Services Act, that focuses on regulating the hate speech, counterfeit goods, etc. Next, we have Digital Market Act that focuses on combating and regulating the anti-competitive practices. What is the different global approach to AI regulation? So we understand that across the world there has been a constant concern with respect to the AI and generative AI technology that it infringes the privacy of citizen, and many times it is being used by the big company and the government that actually violate the human rights and also the other important concern related to the citizens. So now UE's tough stance categorization of AI based on the invasiveness and the rest. United Kingdom actually takes light touch approach, boosting the innovation in AI. What happened when we actually come up with a very stringent regulation and a very stringent laws agency that regulate the AI, it also hampered the innovation related to the AI. So in that approach, we can see the United Kingdom is acting like a soft approach, thereby it is also promoting the innovation related to the AI technology. United States position between the strict regulation and innovation support. So US is actually coming with the both regulation and obviously innovation. China introduced its own law for regulation of the AI technology that we cannot talk about because China is again a close-centric society. It's difficult to totally where the things are being totally controlled and regulated by the government. And there has been heavily use of AI technology in the China when it's come to citizen surveillance and other kind of important stuff. India is also working very hard in the area of technology because technology is a very important aspect when it's come to improving the comprehensive national power. So though the government is supporting the AI technology, but at the same time it is also equally concerned about the concern related to the AI technology. So let's understand what India has been doing and what it has done. India is yet to have comprehensive framework for the regulating AI technology. So the system is under the process. We do not have any comprehensive guidelines or regulation or a law for the regulating AI technology. However, India shifted from stance of non-conceding AI regulation to actively formulating regulation based on the risk-based user harm approach. So this has been a good approach. So India, when we talk about the advocacy for inclusive responsible AI, what India has done in that regard, India initial national AI strategy, that is AI for all, aimed at inclusivity, debuted in 2018. So AI for all means AI should be based on the inclusivity, rather it should be concentrated. Next, NITI Aayog National Strategy for AI 2018 included a chapter on responsible use of AI. So we understand many a time company use in very irresponsible way because it benefit their agenda, and NITI Aayog in its important agenda talk about responsible use of AI. Next, in 2021, NITI Aayog issued a principle of responsible AI. Seven broad principles were actually enumerated in the paper: equality, safety, reliability, inclusivity, non-discrimination, transparency, accountability, privacy, and reinforcement of positive human value. So these are some 7 important points that NITI Aayog is suggested for making AI responsible in India, right? 2023 Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology introduced India AI. What is this India AI? National wide program on AI aimed at serving as a comprehensive initiative to cover AI related research and innovation, because innovations are important. Why it is important? Because technology is a backbone and it is a very important factor when it's come to improving and increasing the national growth and development, right? So India for AI is also a very good initiative. In July 2023, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, is a statutory authority, recommended setting up a domestic statutory authority to regulate AI through the lens of risk-based framework. So TRAI has recommended risk-wise domestic regulation strategy for regulating AI. What are some of the major sectors in which AI can be useful and are being used? Number one, healthcare sector. So Indian Council of Medical Research issued ethical guideline for AI in biomedical research in June 2023. So there has been increase in the use of artificial intelligence, generative AI technology in the area of healthcare. So medical regulatory body has come up with the ethical use of AI in that sector. Capital Market SEBI has issued circular in January 2019 to guide the policies and create a inventory for AI system in capital markets. That's also very good. Next, education sector. National Education Policy 2020 also recommends AI awareness integration in schools courses. So government is trying to promoting the knowledge information related to the AI, so that people come and improve the technology and develop the new avenue for the AI technology. When we talk about the global regulation and the global institution that are working in the area of regulation of the AI technology, so we have Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence, that's called GPAI. It can be important for our both mains exam and also for the prelim exams. So GPAI is a forum of 28 nations and European Union. They are working together to understand the challenges and opportunities of artificial intelligence and promote responsible use of AI and its evolution. India has also joined this platform and become a founding member in the year 2020. China is not a member of the GPI. Remember, this can be important with the prelim exam. And India is set to host Global Partnership for AI, that is Artificial Intelligence Summit, for the 12th December to 14th December in 2023. So friends, artificial intelligence is a very important and emerging technology, and it has both opportunity and challenges. Therefore, we need a regulation so that it actually used in a very regulated and also create opportunity for the economy and the people. And इसी context में prelim से related हमारे पास MCQ question है. I request student to try to solve it and write their answer in the comment box. Thank you. This is all about artificial intelligence and European Union comprehensive framework for regulating AI technology. So thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe our YouTube channel Selection IAS.